am Michelle Lamont with ThousandTravelTips.com here with Phil Koeghan to answer some incredible questions about New Zealand.
Would they be incredible questions or amazing?
Well, they use the word amazing all the time, so I just thought I would
you
try
went for incredible.
I just thought out of the box I'm going to do incredible.
Okay.
So on Amazing Race, which is an incredible show, I'm a huge fan, hate to say that, but every time at the end of the race you're there with a greeter, and you say that's one of your favorite things when you're doing these things. Is there a greeter that really stands out to you from one of these countries, and why?
Well, my favorite greeter of all time would have to be my dad. When we were in New Zealand in season 13, my dad was the greeter, and my family is from New Zealand. My dad is from New Zealand, and so it was sort of like take dad to work day, and we got to hang out all day at the pit stop. So there's no doubt that he's my favorite greeter. And my parents run a bed and breakfast in New Zealand. It's called Garden View B&B. It's in a town called Rolleston, which is about 10 minutes outside of Christchurch. Christchurch is the biggest city in the South Island of New Zealand. It's where I was born. And so, yeah, without doubt, the best day at work was, working with my dad as the greeter. And he actually said, to the teams, "Hi, I'm Phil's dad. Welcome to New Zealand." It's kind of fun.
I can't believe I didn't see that one. I thought I've seen everyone.
Season 13, to this day, fans will say, "Oh, we loved your dad." He was the greeter. So
that's one of my favorite things on the show when you get to the greeter, because they really are authentic, and it's really.
I wish we had more time. I wish we had more time to talk to a lot of the greeters. They're really interesting people, but I'm married. I'm sort of attached to my cell phone, getting information so that when the teams come in, because it's being shot in real time, that I'm informed before they get there, because the audience has seen what's happened and they expect that I know what's happened. And the only way I can know what's happened, and I certainly don't know everything, is that I have to get it all in a text or in a phone call.
It's 21 days, right, from start to finish.
12 shows, 21 days. It's frantic. It's exhausting, but it's fun. I love it.
So being from New Zealand, I think people get that confused with a lot of other countries.
Yeah, like they think it's Scandinavia, or they think it's, I remember somebody said to me, "Isn't that near Norway and Sweden and Holland up that way, kind of?" No, but the name Zeeland actually is a Dutch name. There is a place in Holland called Zeeland, which is spelled Zeeland as opposed to Zealand, because Abel Tasman, who was an explorer, he actually discovered New Zealand. So the Dutch discovered New Zealand, and they called it like they called New York, and New Amsterdam. They called New Zealand, New Zealand.
Do you get home very often?
I get home sometimes 12 times a year. I love it. I'm going back next week. I was just there a month ago. I have been back as much as 12 times in a year. So I like to get back as much as I can.
So when you go to New Zealand, what do you think that if you're a first-time tourist, outside of the tour books, what is really authentic that people may not know is truly authentic to experience when they go to New Zealand for the first time?
Well, I think authentic experiences to me are where you find a way to connect with locals. Go where locals eat, go where locals play, go where locals hang out, go listen to music that locals listen to. It's not hard to get into that, and for me, it's about going to a traditional New Zealand pub and just having a drink with the locals. Like, find out where their local is, and go talk to them. And they're interested in you because you're different, and New Zealanders love Americans, and I think that's, to me, the best travel experience is just to immerse yourself locally. And it can be as simple as going to a pub or doing a homestay or a bed and breakfast, but it's very personalized. Like I said, my parents have a bed and breakfast, and they love having people, and it's more, you're in somebody's home. People come and they stay with my parents, and they eat food out of the garden that my dad grows, and my mom is a piano teacher and plays the piano, and so my mom plays for them. And that to me is the real experience, is what is it like to go to a place and connect with people in an authentic way. And the only way to do that is to get out of the hotel. And not that there's anything wrong with going to a hotel, but I do think that by immersing yourself with locals, you get a different experience.
So is there one pub over another that you truly love when you go home?
Well, the place that I love to get back to is my favorite beach. It's called New Chums. It's been voted a top 10 beach in the world. It's on the Coromandel Peninsula. It's been voted top 10 by Lonely Planet, the London Observer, National Geographic. It's my favorite sort of getaway destination. You have to walk a half an hour around the rocks, go through these trees, you come out and it's like coming into a magical land. You can't see anything man-made there, and it's my favorite beach in the world. And so I love doing that trip with family or friends. That's, to me, the thing I look forward to the most. It's an annual pilgrimage, so every year at Christmas we do that walk and we do that trip.
So Phil, you're very philanthropic. I mean, since 2009, you started this incredible tour. You've raised over $1 million in charity. Voluntourism is a new trend. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think about that?
I love the idea that you can travel and actually do something, get an experience. Again, you're immersing yourself with local people who are trying to do something good in a community. Habitat for Humanity, to me, is a big favorite. Peace Corps has fantastic postings where you use your skills to help somebody. A lot of churches also have postings where they'll send you away or you're on a mission. You can do it through a group, or you can just do it on your own too. I mean, I know people who have gone out and gone into a community and become teachers. What a wonderful thing to be able to share your skills. You end up getting more, I think, than you give, because it all comes back to you. In 2009, you can do it anywhere. In 2009, I set a goal to raise $1 million for my favorite charity, which is the MS Society, and they sort of found me. It wasn't through a family connection that I ended up getting connected with the MS Society, but it is in my family. It wasn't. I just wanted to make it clear that wasn't actually the initial reason. I just fell in love with the spirit of these people trying to do something positive about MS, and so I rode my bike across America. And through the generosity of Americans, we raised $500,000. We made a film out of that bike ride, 100 miles a day from LA to New York. When the film was released, we gave the profits away. And in the end, this little journey, this pilgrimage, ended up raising $1 million for MS. And it's to me, the most satisfying. It's the most satisfying piece of entertainment that I've ever made. We made a film about that experience, and to think that it did something positive. I love, especially with young people. I think it's a great thing for young people to start their life, to start early in life with the idea of giving back and not just taking.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your time. And to learn more about your charity, they're going to go to thousandtraveltips.com and find out more about it.
And if they want more inspiration about things to do and adventures, they can go to noopportunitywasted.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And Michelle Lamont with thousandtraveltips.com.